Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to pass an interview with Deutsche Bank. So it does not matter which role you are applying for at Deutsche Bank, make sure you stay tuned, watch the presentation fully from start to finish, because I promise to help you pass your interview. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover. I am going to give you a list of Deutsche Bank interview questions that I strongly advise you prepare for. I'm going to give you brilliant, unique answers to tough Deutsche Bank interview questions. I will give you some really important tips on how to stand out during your interview. And finally, I will tell you about further resources you can get access to, including these slides, to help you succeed at your Deutsche Bank interview. Now, just very quickly before we get started, a very warm welcome to this Deutsche Bank interview training presentation. My name is Richard McMunn. That is me there in the center of the screen. I've been helping people for over 20 years now to pass their interviews. I always do that by giving you top scoring, unique answers you can't find anywhere else. On that basis, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. And please give the video a like, because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. Let's get going. The first question: tell me about yourself. Now, this will be the first Deutsche Bank interview question you need to answer. It is important you give a response that is positive and that focuses on the following three areas. Number one, the qualities you have that will add value to this brilliant organization. Number two, what you will do when you start in the role. And number three, how you are determined to continually improve and develop once you are in the role. So here is my suggested answer to the first Deutsche Bank interview question. Tell me about yourself. I am a creative and innovative person who is always looking to improve and develop in my work. Being passionate about working as part of a large team, I want to work for an organisation where my skills will be fully utilised and I will have the support to do my work to a high standard. I am a natural problem solver. I embrace change positively, and I am constantly curious about the investment banking sector and the opportunities that are on the horizon. I have studied the job description for this role carefully, and I'm totally confident I can not only hit the ground running in the position, but I can make a long-lasting, positive contribution to the team I am a part of here at Deutsche Bank. If you hire me, I will work hard, I will integrate your 6 values into my daily work, and I will be committed to achieving your commercial and financial objectives. So that's a very strong positive answer. So you know that interview question is coming up, so it's important to prepare a great response to it. I also like that answer because you are mentioning there the 6 core values, and we will touch on those more as we answer more Deutsche Bank interview questions. Now, you can either pause the video if you want to and take a note of the questions and answers as we progress together, or if you want to wait, I will soon tell you where you can download my full set of 21 Deutsche Bank interview questions and brilliant answers, including the ones we are working through together today. Here's the next question: why do you want to work for Deutsche Bank? So this common Deutsche Bank interview question will appear relatively early on during your interview. And my advice is to demonstrate in your answer you have researched the organisation and you are fully aware of their 6 core values. Show the interviewer you plan staying at Deutsche Bank for the long term. So my advice in your answer to this question, why do you want to work for Deutsche Bank, is to talk more about the values. And here's how to do it. I want to work for Deutsche Bank for 4 reasons. The first reason is you have a formidable reputation as being an innovative, forward-thinking organisation that wants to stay at the top of your sector. This means I will be pushed and challenged in my role, something that is appealing to me. The second reason is your culture. The 6 core values are the bedrock of your success, and like other impressive, fast-moving, innovative organisations, if all employees work towards the values, success will inevitably follow. The third reason is I'm looking for somewhere I can build a long and successful career with the same organisation. Now, because of your track record of success, I know I will always be moving forward and growing in the role. Finally, I want to work alongside other like-minded professionals who are all working together to provide outstanding client service. Those are the 4 reasons Deutsche Bank is the only organisation I want to work for. Now, I like that response because you are not just giving one reason why you want to work for Deutsche Bank, you are giving 4 reasons, 4 valid and genuine reasons for wanting to work for this brilliant organisation. And they are a fantastic organisation to work for. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to work through with you. But when you're ready, if you want to click that link in the top right hand corner of the video, it takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of Deutsche Bank interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are working through together today. But here's the next question. What are Deutsche Bank's values, and tell me a time you demonstrated one of them at work? Now, this is a difficult Deutsche Bank interview question to answer, but I believe it's important that you learn their values in the build up to the interview. So here's a strong answer to assist you in your preparation. The 6 core values that help create the Deutsche Bank company culture are integrity, sustainable performance, client centricity, innovation, discipline, and partnership. In a previous role, I always focused on delivering outstanding service to our clients, which I believe demonstrates client centricity. For example, I was responsible for several clients in my latest role, and whilst dealing with all of them, I provided a fair and consistent service. I got to really know my clients by spending time with them and assessing their needs, and I always involved them in the decision-making process. This helped to build trust, something which is crucial to long-term sustainable relationships. Finally, if a client needed advice or guidance, I would respond quickly and provide knowledge and expertise that was based on their own unique and individual needs. So I'm sure you'll agree that's another great answer. It's comprehensive. You show that you understand those 6 values and you are explaining a time when you demonstrated one of them in a previous role. The next question, explain to me how you balance priorities when you have multiple projects on the go. Now, Deutsche Bank are a fast-moving, client-centric organisation, and on that basis, I believe it's important you can handle your workload positively and deliver on time and, most importantly, to the necessary standard. So here's a great answer to this common Deutsche Bank interview question. Explain to me how you balance priorities when you have multiple projects on the go. Here we go. I always follow 7 rules when prioritising projects and my workload in general. Rule number 1, I create a list of projects and tasks on my computer that is backed up on a cloud server. I regularly update and amend this list. Rule number 2, I identify which tasks are urgent and which tasks are important. Urgent tasks will always get my attention first. Rule number 3, I will assess the value to the organisation of each project or task and consider feedback or advice from my manager. Number 4, I look ahead and foresee any potential problems or issues that might be on the horizon. This helps me to plan ahead. Rule number 5, I'm always prepared to be flexible and adaptable so I can switch projects and tasks quickly depending on the priority level. Number 6, I work additional hours regularly to ensure tasks are completed. 9 to 5 doesn't work when you have a large workload and you must be prepared to put in the extra effort. Missing deadlines is not an option. Finally, rule number 7, I maintain exceptional planning and organisational skills, and I manage projects and tasks utilising the project planning template, monday.com. So I like that answer because you are telling them about 7 rules that you'll follow or 7 areas that you consider when managing multiple tasks and balancing priorities. So it's a great answer. It shows you are fully prepared. The next question, tell me about a time you experienced conflict at work and how you resolved it. Now, being able to respond positively to any form of conflict is a necessity when working for a responsible and client-centric organisation such as Deutsche Bank. My advice is to use a STAR technique to structure your response. The STAR technique is essentially situation, task, action, result. Here's a sample answer that uses the STAR technique to help you. I was working on a project in a previous role, and during the initial project brief, 2 of us within the team had strong creative ideas we both felt should be used to complete the project successfully. We were both competitive and passionate about our work, so a compromise needed to be reached. However, my colleague felt his idea should be used exclusively, and there was clearly the potential for conflict to develop. I felt it was my responsibility to discuss a compromise whereby both our ideas had the opportunity to be a part of the project structure, and by reaching a compromise, neither of us would feel demotivated. I started off by highlighting some components of my work colleague's idea that I felt were helpful for the project before highlighting some of my own. I explained to him that I felt there was scope for both our ideas to be utilised collaboratively. Initially, he seemed averse to the idea, but after I explained to him that we both had a duty to make sure the project outcome was the best it possibly could be, he eventually started to see the benefit of my proposed compromise. After we agreed to utilise certain elements of both our ideas, we set to work on completing the project, and through harmonious and effective teamwork, we managed to deliver a brilliant outcome to a high specification and within the allocated time frame. So that's a smart response, because you are showing you are the one that's identifying there is potential for conflict, and you are reaching a compromise where both people are satisfied, and that's important. So the next thing, please click that link in the top right hand corner of the video, go through to my website passmyinterview.com and take a look at my 21 Deutsche Bank interview questions, and you also have the option to download all of the answers, including the ones we've covered today, in PDF format. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate your support if you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like, and don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any questions, connect with me on LinkedIn and ask me there. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for passing your Deutsche Bank interview. Have a brilliant day.